Two men are walking down the streets of London and pass in the front of a door.
It's a strange door, but why? The rest of the houses in this street are cuter than this. This is a really strange door. And what do you think?
Yeah, this is strange, and I remember a story about this door. A man ran over a little girl across the corner, and I was on the scene. I felt so much hatred for this man. I ran after him, caught him. Family members threatened to destroy his reputation. The man said, "If what you want is money, I give you 100 points for each one." He entered in that door and came out with a check that apparently was fake, because the signature that could be seen in it was another man. The man was such Hyde, and the signature was front of their name. I don't remember the name, but it's turning out to be true because he went to the bank and cashed it himself.
Really? He definitely was a criminal. Even only hearing your story, I feel disgusted towards that evil man.
Yeah, I feel the same. Besides, the psyche of the man also made me hate him, was somewhat deformed, and his face you appreciate the weakness, but I want that he won't talk again about it.
Yes, taking into account your description, I begin to hate this man. Don't worry, we won't, it's late. I have to arrive at home. See you, cousin.
Yeah, it's too late. See you.
That night, the lawyer looks into his safe and pulls an envelope with the will of Dr. Jekyll. It said, "I'll leave all my belongings to Mr. Hyde when I die or disappear." And his name starts to become strange.
What is this? Because Jekyll, my friend, a respected doctor. Why would he leave all his belongings to a criminal? I begin to remember Hyde is a Jekyll's employer. I have to find who is this such Hyde. I think that he is someone very strange. I'll be watching from the front door, where Enfield said that he entered.
After many nights of monitoring, Utterson finally saw a man who was about to enter the door and approached him.
I guess that you are Hyde.
"Yes, I am. Why?"
Jekyll at home?
"No, fuck you."
Can I see your face?
The man raised his head and immediately entered the house. Utterson felt the same hatred that Enfield when saw him.
It's disgusting, this man, and this house is behind Jekyll. I go to visit him. Hello, Paul. Is Jekyll at home?
Hello, sir. No, he isn't here.
Oh, bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Mr. Utterson was at a dinner organized by Jekyll's old friends. As usual, the lawyer stayed up to leave after all. He was talking to the doctor and asked about Hyde.
Who is this Hyde?
"Oh, a person who lives in my old love."
And why do you give so much confidence to a criminal who runs over a child and continues running?
"Calm down, dear friend. I can get rid of Hyde when I want, and I promise I will finish all my relationship with him."
I think it's a good idea. You can give a man confidence because anytime he can cheat you. I hope you do this because it will be the right. See you, my friend.
"Yeah, I promise that to you. Thanks for coming. Goodbye, my friend." There was a young woman sitting in her room, looking towards the street through the window, and there appears an old man, Mr. Carew, and Mr. Hyde, who throws himself over him and hits him with a cane without any apparent reason, until he kills him. The old man carried with him a purse and a letter with the name of Utterson. As she sees this, the young woman faints, and hours later she wakes up and calls the police. The notary sees the corpse and says,
I'm sorry to say it, but I recognize this corpse. It is ours, Danvers Carew. Oh my God, how can this be possible? You could help us find Hyde, showing him a piece of the cane.
Utterson gets surprised when he saw it, and his face changes. He looks worried when he saw the cane, since it was the same one that he had given to Hyde in one occasion.
Is Hyde short?
very short and with bad looks, according to the writer's testimony.
Utterson reflected for a moment with his head down, then looked at the clerk and said to him,
I have a car outside. If you come with me, I can take you home.
When they arrived to this home, they found a bad-looking but nice old lady.
Good day, madam. Is Mr. Hyde home?
Mr. Hyde lives here, but he's not home. He had come back very late, at night and again. He went out an hour ago and yesterday. I saw him after 2 months.
Good. So, we would like to see these rooms.
When the lady started saying, he opted for the easy way.
This gentleman that comes with me, I warn you, he is the Inspector Newcomer from Scotland Yard.
A look of satisfaction filled the lady's face and said,
Oh, he is trouble. What has he done?
Utterson and the inspector interchanged a look. Looks he's not well-liked guy. And now, good lady, let us have a look. When he entered the house, they found in the chimney a checkbook, and when they entered by a door, he found the other half of the cane.
Be sure, sir, but he must have lost his head to have left the cane there, and even more to have burned the checkbook. Without money, he cannot keep going, so we have no other choice than to wait for him in the bank and send his description.
In the afternoon, Utterson and the notary went to talk to Jekyll.
And now, have you heard the news?
I was in the dining table when I heard the newspaper sellers in the plaza scream.
Just one thing, Carol was my client, but so are you, and I want to know how to behave. You don't want to be so crazy as to hide that guy?
I swear by God that I will not see him anymore. I promise you in my honor that I will have nothing to do with him in this world. Everything is over, and either way he has no more need of my help. You don't know him like I do. He's safe, perfectly safe. You can't believe me if I tell you that no one will ever hear of him again.
I hope for you that it is so. Your name would come up if he gets processed.
I'm convinced of it, although I cannot give you 2 reasons, but there's something that you could advise me on. I have received a letter, and I don't know if I need to show it in the police. I want to give it to you and leave it to your decision. I know that I can trust you more than anyone else.
Are you afraid that the letter can make the cops go after his clue?
No, I'm done with Hyde, and I no longer care about him. But I think the risk of my reputation is an abominable affair.
Good. Well, let's see. Do you have the envelope?
No, I burned it without thinking of what I was doing, but it didn't have postmark. It was delivered by hand.
Do you want me to think about it and have it in the meantime?
Do really what you think is best. I have lost all trust in myself.
Good, I will think about it. But tell me something. Is that with clothes? About a possible disappearance from you? Did Hyde dictate it to you?
So...
I knew it. He has the intention of killing you. You have escaped for good.
I have escaped already, Utterson. I have received a lesson. What a lesson. Said Jekyll with a broken voice, covering his face with his hand.
By the way, I know that they have delivered today by hand a letter. Who brought it?
Mr. Guest, a police officer arrived to Jekyll's house. They were intimate friends, and while they shared a glass of wine, they talked about the news that had everybody perplexed. The Sir Danvers affair is a sad mess.
Sad, sir, and it had raised a great indignation. That man naturally was crazy.
I wanted precisely your opinion. I have here a document, a letter written by hand. it is understood that this writing remains between us, because I still don't know what I will do with it. An ugly mess is the less that can be said. But here is a document that seems to be made for you, the autograph of a murder.
Mr. Guest got excited and jumped to examine the letter, waiting to know. No, sir, he's not crazy, but it has a weird calligraphy.
It's strange from every point of view.
Just in that moment, a servant entered with a note.
It's from Dr. Jekyll, sir. I think I have recognized his calligraphy in the envelope.
The notary was folding the paper.
Just an invitation to eat. Why? Do you want to see it?
Just for a moment, thanks.
He grabbed the paper, put it next to the other one, and proceeded to compare them.
Thank you. A very interesting autograph.
During the pause that followed, Utterson seemed to be fighting with himself.
Why do you compare it? Guest.
Well, sir, there's a singular similarity. Both of the calligraphies have a different direction, but other than that, very identical.
Very curious.
This is a curious fact, as you say.
That's why I wouldn't speak of that letter.
No, neither would I, sir.
Utterson, Jekyll and his friend Lennon had a dinner where they became best friends like in old times. But something was happening with Lennon. He seemed to be hungry, and Utterson took notice of this.
Yes, he's a doctor. He knows he has his days counted, and this certainly overturns him.
But when, cautiously, the notary alluded at his bad luck, Lennon with brave firmness declared that he had been condemned. I have suffered a tremendous blow, and I know I will not get better. It's a matter of weeks. Good. It has been pleasant life. Yes, sir, pleasant. To live caused my pleasure. But sometimes I think that if we all know it, we wouldn't live happier.
Is Jekyll also sick? Have you seen him?
Lenin changed his look and raised his hand trembling. I don't want to see nor hear again of Dr. Jekyll. I have finished definitely with that person, and I pray you spare me from any type of allusions to a man that to me is a thought he was dead.
Fine, and after a long pause, I can do anything. We are three old friends, Lennon. We will not live enough to make new ones.
Nobody can do anything, ask him.
He doesn't want to see me.
It doesn't surprise me. One day, Utterson, after that I will have died, you will know what has happened. I cannot tell it to you, but for now, if you feel with strong enough to talk about something else, stay here and talk. Otherwise, if you can't stop coming back to this damn affair, I beg you in the name of God that you leave, because I can't take it. After this, Utterson sent a letter to Jekyll asking him an explanation. The next day too he received an answer that left him dismayed and surprised. Jekyll wanted people to leave him alone and stay away from him. One day, Utterson and Enfield passed again by the street when they saw the door and stayed there looking at it.
Good, looking that the story is over. Now we will never see Mr. Hyde.
Let's hope. Have I told you that I saw him once and I also immediately loathed him?
It's impossible to see him without loving him, but how foolish it would be, now knowing that door is the one behind Jekyll's house. I have discovered it, and in the part because of you.
So, you have discovered it? Well, it is that way. Why don't we enter the backyard and give the windows a look? Honestly, poor Jekyll worries me very much, and I think that a friendly presence may do him well, even from the outside.
They went to see the three windows of Jekyll's office. The one in the middle was open, and you could see the doctor's face.
Jekyll, I hope you're better.
I'm not well, Utterson. Very delicate, but it won't last long, thank God.
You are home a lot. You should go out, walk, activate your circulation like us too. Come, get your hat and take a walk with us.
You are very kind, but I'd like to, but no, it's impossible. I don't dare, but really, Utterson, I am very happy to see you. It's really a great pleasure. and I'd ask you to come with Mr. Infield if I could have you here, but this is not the right place.
So we stay down here and talk from here, now.
I was gonna propose that to you. But in that moment, he stopped smiling and his face appeared a malevolent grin. That left them cold. The window closed and they left the place.
God forgive us, God forgive us.
Infield nodded and continued walking slowly. Paul, Jekyll's bottle, went to see Utterson.
What a surprise, Paul. You were here, then, looking at him better. What's the matter? Is the doctor sick?
Mr. Utterson, there is something I don't like, and I don't like it a bit.
Sit and calm down. Well, take a glass. Now, tell me clearly what's going on.
Well, you know how the doctor is and how he was always looked up there in the room right above the laboratory. Well, I don't like it, sir. That I died I don't like, and I'm scared, Mr. Utterson.
But explain yourself, good man. What are you afraid of?
I have been afraid since a few days, perhaps since a week, and I can't take it anymore.
Paul was desperate and terrified. He was now with his cup in between his knees, without having drunk a bit, and looked straight to a corner floor.
I can't take it anymore.
Come, I see that you have good intentions, Paul. I see that, truly. This must be something serious. Try to explain me what this is about.
I can't resist it. I think that there has been a crime.
A crime? But what a crime? What do you mean?
I don't dare say anything, sir, but wouldn't you want to come with me and see it for yourself?
Utterson grabbed his coat and his hat, and Paul's satisfied look amazes him, and that he left his drunken tasted. On the way to Jekyll's house, Paul was sweating greatly because of distress.
Well, sir, here we are. I have to go and nothing has happened.
Amen, Paul.
Then the butler courteously called at the door, opened slightly, held by the change. Is that you, Paul?
Open the door, it is me.
Utterson reads a letter he sent to Leon Jekyll, asking him to go find some products to the lab and deliver them to a person that will fetch. That person turned out to be Hyde. He behaved very nervous and impatient. Leon handed the products and Hyde began to mix. Do you want to let me go? Do you know anything about this, or the weight of Curtis Liu will not let you do it?
I hadn't done all that for not knowing the end.
Hyde then took the mixture, and after a bit of pain, that person's movements became Harry Jekyll. I have to do something quickly before I become Hyde again. Jekyll goes to his house, and in his room starts to become Hyde, who broke the father's Jekyll picture, but suddenly Jekyll comes back and starts to write his confession to Paul, which he describes exactly what had been done. Like Hyde, at the end he decided to suicide himself. I begin to feel a faint tremor in my body. This is the true hour of the death of Henry Jekyll. Goodbye. Good. The end.